Hey everybody, Alex here. Welcome back to Out of the Park 21 Pittsburgh Pirates franchise episode 7. It is the start of the 2021 season. We went through the off season in the last video. For this video, I will take a quick revisit at preseason predictions. We did look at this in the last video, but if you missed that one or want the refresher, we can go ahead and check that out. Then we'll look at our opening day roster and go ahead and play opening day at home against the St. Louis Cardinals. So, MLB preseason predictions have the Rays winning the East, the Indians the Central, and the Astros over the Angels in the West. Top hitters and pitchers you can see on your screen, and feel free to pause it if you want to take a look at everybody. In the NL East, the New York Mets over the Braves. In the Central, the Cardinals, 91 wins. They upped up by 1, I think, and now we're projected to win 82. Okay, this is different than our last video. For some reason, they made some changes. I think we were at 76 wins, I want to say, and in last place. In the previous video, St. Louis was at 90, so a little bump for the Pirates, still hoping to do better than that this year after winning 85 games a year ago. And in the NL West, it is the Dodgers, 7 games over the Padres. Both teams, I believe, won 100-plus games last season. Top hitters and pitchers for the NL you can see on your screen here. Let's check out the opening day roster. Okay, you guys can check out the opening day lineups. We'll run through things pretty similar to last season. At catcher, Jacob Stallings, who did really well in 2020. I don't know if he can repeat those numbers, hitting 273, 23, a WAR of 2.7. But happy if I get that production again, I'll be elated. Josh Bell, obviously looking for a big year from him. Scouting, his overall numbers have started to come down, which is certainly a concern. He was just abysmal last season, hitting 231 with only 11 home runs and 112 starts, just nowhere near good enough. So gotta have Josh Bell bringing a better bat this season. Kevin Newman will start at second after playing a lot of shortstop. Last year's got a better rating at second base. Good avoid case. Wish that eye was just at 50. Give me an eye at 50. Kevin Newman would be such a good player, but still was impressive in 2020, hitting 278, a 318, 1.9 WAR, and I think him being at second instead of shortstop because he was hurt as a fielder last year at shortstop. He was a negative 4.7. He's a plus 0.3 at second, so that should help his game overall and obviously help our defense as well. Gibran Hayes in his first full year in the majors. Really excited about his prospects. Again, we signed him to a 7-year, $37.6 million contract extension during the winter. Had a decent, first cup of coffee in the majors. Wasn't spectacular, but not bad by any means either. Hitting 261 with 6 home runs, 47 RBIs, slugging percentage of .412. Which is pretty apt for Pittsburgh, I guess, the 4-1-2. How about that? Cole Tucker will kick over from second to short. Short's not his ideal spot at second base, but may flip-flop him and Kevin Newman, we'll see. But still a good glove, and came up late last season and was just absolutely on fire. 340, 418, 543 slash line WAR of 2.7 in just 50 starts. So he was fantastic. Not going to bring a lot of power, but that's fine. He's going to bring everything else, including a glove and a bat and good speed and a high work ethic. So happy with Cole Tucker. His number might have changed. I may want to work on that, but that's a separate thing. Brian Reynolds in left field. I feel like these numbers are changing. I don't know. Maybe I just missed baseball that much. But he was in left field. Came on hot at the end of the season. Ended up hitting 293, 361, 20 home runs. Led the Pirates in home runs last season. Continues to get better. Decently defensively out there in left field. So happy to have him. Billy Hamilton, one of our new additions in center. He'll patrol center field. Not going to bring a whole lot. No power. The average is going to be, if it's 250, I'll be doing cartwheels. Hit 230 last year with the Giants. But really good speed. Excellent defensively. We signed him just essentially for those reasons. We didn't get good enough center field play last year. He was a plus 8.6 in center for the Giants a year ago. Looking for that again from him. And then right, there was kind of that gluttony of infielders, so we're going to kick Adam Frazier to right field. Spent a good deal of last season there, and did really well with the bat as well, hitting over 300, a WAR of 3.6. And the arbitrator sided with him, and he got paid handsomely at $2.6 million. He may be someone whose contract we can't sustain in the long run, but we'll deal with that when we deal with it. Trace Barrera beat out Jonah Heim for the backup catcher spot. Jonah Heim ended up going back to the Oakland Athletics. He was our Rule 5 draftee, but just hit like 172. Yeah, well, there you go. There's a number 172, and just wasn't good enough. So I liked his upside, just not. He didn't win the job. I mean, Barrera ended up hitting 417, and he just had an incredible spring training with 6 or 7 home runs. I mean, the OPS, you see the numbers here, just absolutely on fire. So it was a no contest decision. Barrera earned the job. We traded for him last year in the Mitch Keller deal, and he's now earned his spot on the Major League roster. Colin Rand will be the backup at first and third. Really swung a hot bat last season, hitting .306. Defensively, he's suspect, of course. We'll check out his fielding ratings here briefly. Not a whole lot going on here. Not the worst, I suppose, but not as comfortable with him at third base. Okay, at first, but yeah, a good bat off the bench. And when guys get tired, when injuries strike, and they certainly will strike, then I'm happy with what he can offer. Newman's a backup at short. Him and Tucker will switch on and off. In the outfield, we have just one backup outfielder, I think, although other guys can play multiple positions. Jason Martin, I was hoping he would be our starting right fielder this year. He hit well last year in very limited action, 7 starts, 300 on the dot for him, but he hit, I'll show you the number here, in spring training he hit .077, just miserable. Defensively, I thought he could get that right field rating to at least 50. I tried to play him in center too, but the ratings went up a little bit, but not enough, so he'll be a bat off the bench and back up basically all 3 spots. Also have Kevin Cramer at second base. Again, he's a guy that can play a lot of different spots, second, third, short, left, and right field. Struggled last year, started 2020 with us, got sent down after hitting just 191, but he's back, and we'll see if he can improve after doing well with the AAA Indianapolis Indians for the rest of 2020. One guy I don't even have listed here, except for a defensive sub, Alan Cordoba. He'll be a pinch runner, good speed, good glove. He did okay. I did pretty well, I guess I should say. 333 in spring training. Got him in the trade for, who do we trade? JT Riddle last year to the Padres. So not a whole lot with a bat. We'll see if this guy sticks. I kind of doubt it, to be honest with you, but we'll kind of see what happens. She has benched hitters here: Jason Martin, Maria, Newman, and Cramer. Pinch runners: Cordoba and Jason Martin. So those are the batters. Let's flip over to the pitching staff. Alright, you see our starting pitchers here, and one name unfortunately is absent, and we'll check out the injury list here, and that is going to be Jameson Taillon. Now, there is a little bit of good news, is that he strained a hamstring, and he's going to be back in 2 to 3 weeks. He'll need a rehab assignment, of course. It was in his second start, 6 pitches in, but the good news, it's not an arm injury. Coming off Tommy John, you'd rather it be a hamstring as opposed to re-injuring that arm that he blew out a couple years ago. So he's fragile. These injuries are going to happen a lot. That's why we ended up signing someone like Michael Wacha, but Taillon not part of the 5. Wacha, by the way, not part of the 5. He's going to start the year in AAA after a really rough spring training, but he'll be some depth for us. So the starting pitchers: Joe Musgrove will be our ace of the pitching staff after a really successful season in 2020. Check out the numbers from last year: 3.98 ERA plus of 104, 3.2 WAR. So he'll be the ace that'll get the start here against St. Louis in a moment. Chris Archer are the number 2. Going in last year of his contract, we'll see if he ends up being trade bait at the deadline, depending on how things go. Probably not going to re-sign him to a long-term deal because I believe he's going to want too much money. Yeah, 6 years, $66 million. Not wholly unreasonable, but for small market Pittsburgh like us, probably not going to happen. Mitch Keller, hopefully an emerging star. The numbers keep going up a little bit. Really should have a successful season. Hopefully get that ERA well into the 3s, and all those numbers get elevated. The walks hopefully come down a little bit as well. But we're excited about Mitch Keller, our top pitching prospect. Really not a prospect anymore, if we're being honest. Trevor Williams as a solid number 4, kind of the definition of average, but that's not a slight against him. 4.35 ERA plus of 95, but just steady, consistent, and the Great Glove winner last year in 2020. And Chad Kuhl, his spot's a little shaky, to be honest. He was not that great last season. ERA of 4.5 that kind of ballooned up as we got towards the end of the season, but we'll see what he can do, and we have some of the options in the bullpen, and of course Michael Wacha currently in AAA, along with some other prospect-ish type guys we can look at a later point in a different video. In the bullpen, closer Nick Birdie, who was just incredible, just amazing last year. I don't know how he didn't make an all-star team. ERA just above 2, struck out 13 in his K per 9, 83 over 57 and 2/3 innings. The controls, the concern for the bullpen, that'll be a running team with all these guys, but Birdie was excellent. Same with Doivados Neverauskas. I don't know if that's sustainable. ERA of 1.75. Kind of hard to imagine based on these numbers, but we're going to roll with it as long as we possibly can, and he's on the cheap. Amir Garrett seeing some decline here, but he still got good stuff. Okay-ish control. He's compared to some other guys on the staff. Fastball, slider, and changeup. Last season, 3.18 ERA after we claimed him off the Reds when they put him on waivers. And he's cheap as well. Kyle Crick had a tough start to the season, but got better as the year went on in 2020. Finished with an ERA of 5.02, which doesn't look pretty, but he was better as the year went along. And his BABIP was unusually high. That number should not be 342 in 2021. So if he gets around 300, 310. I think the overall numbers will all improve, and so I think he'll be an asset to the bullpen. Blake Seadrill, a new addition to the pen, one of our prospects who's got good stuff again, control and issue running seam here, but got a sinker, slider, and changeup. He did well in spring training, ERA of .79 and an ERA of under 4 last year with the Altoona curve in AA. So we'll see what Seadrill can do as he makes a major league roster for the first time in his career. Steven Brault is going to be our lefty, partly specialist, long relief, emergency starter, just kind of wearing a lot of hats. He was excellent last season at a 2.6 ERA plus of 159, so he just really simmed well for us overall. Kind of spent last year hurt, some rehab assignments, but he'll get a fresh start in 2021. JT Brubaker, again, similar to Brault, maybe long relief, maybe starter. We'll kind of see what happens with him. Numbers weren't great last season. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Brubaker. He's someone that could float on and off the roster all season. A guy like Edgar Santana, who we sent down to AAA, could come back up. We'll play it by ear. And Blake Wayman, our lefty specialist from a year ago, 2.03 ERA. So some really good guys in the pen for us, and he does have good control, kind of rare on his staff with a good fastball slider combination. So yeah, that is the pitching staff, and so we're going to get ready here for opening day against the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll go ahead and get to opening lineups and begin 2021. All right, to check out opening day lineups, we'll have Cole Tucker leading off, followed by Gibran Hayes, Brian Reynolds, Adam Frazier hitting cleanup there. I want to keep Frazier in the 4 spot. That's a good question. You may have to think about that for a second. Josh Bo's definitely going to hit 5th, though, until he kind of proves that his bats turn around. Kevin Newman, 6th. Jacob Stallings, 7th. Billy Hamilton, 8th. And Joe Musgrove as our pitcher, hitting 9th. For the Cardinals, check out their lineup. They got Goldschmidt and Wong and Carpenter and Yadier Molina still going strong. And on the hill for them, Jack Flaherty, who was excellent last season, one of the best pitchers in baseball, 2.96 ERA, 34 starts, struck out 227 and 191 in a third inning, so he's definitely going to be an issue for us, and I'm guessing he's had success against us in the past, so let me make a last-second decision on who I want to hit in the 4-hole, and we'll go ahead and get started on opening day from PNC Park. Alright, welcome to PNC Park here on opening day. By the way, we did keep Adam Frazier in the 4-hole, so let's go ahead and get things started. Joe Musgrove will toe the rubber for the Pirates to face Colton Wong, the kickoff 2021. Should be a great year. Thank you guys so much for following this series. I appreciate all the support. Let me know any feedback in the comments below. As to start things off, Wong will ground out the second for the first out of the year. Good crowd on hand for PNC Park tonight as Musgrove full count against Carpenter. It's going to walk him. So the Cardinals will get their first base runner of the season. Facing here Paul Goldschmidt, who will strike out. So 2 away. Musgrove, our ace, also got a contract extension in the off season. As that one's booted by Tucker, playing shortstop, and didn't play there the entire spring. And so his first chance playing short this year, he's going to get charged with an error, and that is less than ideal as Musgrove will try to work around it, and he's not going to be able to. So that error is going to prove costly, although the runner held, which I don't understand that one bit. There's no way the runner's going to hold there with 2 outs into the outfield like that. But Musgrove, a chance for more redemption as Bader will roll over to first to Bell, who will throw to Musgrove. And so the Pirates will get out of it despite the error from Cole Tucker. So Tucker, some quick redemption here. We'll try to lead off against Flaherty. Again, one of the best pitchers in all of baseball as Tucker will roll over to second, as the Cardinals did at their top half of the inning for the first out of 2021 for Pittsburgh. Gibran Hayes in the 2-hole. Really excited for him, although second baseman there getting a lot of work today. 2 up, 2 down for the Pirates. That is Colton Wong at second. Bring up Brian Reynolds on a 3-0 count. He better not swing here, and he will draw the walk to bring up Adam Frazier, hitting cleanup for the Buccos today. As that one hit back to Flaherty, he will throw it to first, and so the Pirates only get the walk and will head top 2. 1-0 here to start. Weekly hit to Bell, who will throw to Musgrove. A lot of stuff in the infield today, just to start things off here against Molina. Still going strong. Not a guy you want to run on, as he'll fire that one into center. Hamilton, the newest Pirate, will show that speed and make the catch just ahead of the warning track in dead center. Leave a like and comment and subscribe if you'd like to, as the Pirates will get the strikeout and we'll head bottom 2. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Josh Bell, looking for some big redemption. He's got to have a year where he's showing some power, as he will get things started on the right foot with a single in the center to lead off the bottom of the 2nd against Kevin Newman now. And that one looks like it's going to be caught. It will. Don't get doubled off. Goldschmidt makes a nice play out there at first. And Jacob Stallings now did well for us last season. That one down the right field line to the Clemente wall. That should be 2 extra bases for Jacob Stallings. Hopefully, we are not going to send the runner. Ooh, the game got a little weird there. I don't know if the music stopped or what, or the sound stopped. Anyway, so we held the runner. Billy Hamilton up now. He's got to do something with Musgrove on deck. Maybe we should have sent Josh Bell. Hamilton, 3-1 count. He'll draw the walk, and Musgrove, in a good spot with bases loaded, but you're worried about a strikeout, a double play. Will be tough to double off Hamilton. We've got a good arm in center, and in right, can run on Miller in left, though Bell does not have great speed. 1-1, Musgrove's going to swing, and that one at home, that's going to double him off, I think. Yep, that's what we were worried about. So both teams so far, the Cardinals and the Pirates, have left the bases loaded, and we remain scoreless heading into the 3rd. Top of the order for both teams, as Wong will lead off for St. Louis. That one to center. Hamilton barely has to move. Oh, it's going to go over his head. What is that about? I think Hamilton just misplayed it. I don't know. And that looked like an error to me. I mean, that's a play that I think he's able to make. And Colton Wong gets hurt. And this season's just topsy-turvy already, as Tommy Edmonds will come in for Colton Wong with a leadoff double. Fortunately, leaves him injured sliding in the 2nd. And that one, I think you can put that on the board for the Cardinals. So they're going to get the first runs of the season. Oh, a lot of blunders coming back to bite this Pirates team. A bad omen to start the season. 389 feet for Carp. St. Louis leads 2-0. As Musgrove will try to bounce back against Goldschmidt. And Hamilton showing that speed. Think he made the catch. He did. So that's why you signed Billy Hamilton, for the speed and the defense, because that's a play our center fielders would definitely not have made last year. Really cool animation. Kind of feel the weight of that defensive ability. So that's really impressive by the out-of-the-park team. Full count to Brad Miller with 2 away. Nobody on. Musgrove gotten a couple strikeouts today, but gave up that home run, and the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead. Cole Tucker lead things off in a 2-2 count against Flaherty. That one jammed him a little bit, and their center fielder is going to make a great play as well. Harrison Bader, center fielder, showing the gloves today. Bring up Gibran Hayes. 1-2 count. Poke that to short. Don't think he has the speed to outrun it. He doesn't. And there's 2 away. Brian Reynolds, 2 outs, nobody on. Full count. Walked his first plate appearance. And that one on the outside corner, I don't know about that one. That felt like ball 4. Reynolds has a good eye. I trust him on that one. But we'll go to the 4th inning here. Still down a pair. As Bader to left center. Looks like Reynolds is under it. He'll make the catch for the first out. Musgrove injured, and he can remain in the game. Oh, a back injury. Have to keep an eye on that. Still need to change some of these stamina settings. It just doesn't feel quite right, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, Musgrove shaking off the little back issue. At least he gets a strikeout there. Facing Molina. Go after Molina here. Musgrove already up to the, I think, 70s in a pitch count. Molina will strike out, and we'll head bottom 4 with Adam Frazier. He's 0 for 1. And now he's 1 for 2, as he smacks that in the center with a leadoff single. Frazier definitely had a good season, but that arbitration estimate, making $10.5 million this year, it's going to be problematic. As Bell, come on, push, that's going to get over his head. That was caught, a one-handed grab by Bader. Are you kidding me? Just spectacular plays from Harrison Bader. That's why you get a guy like that. I mean, a center field rating of 85, an arm at 80. Unbelievable. I thought for sure that was going to get over his head, but nonetheless, Newman up now, try to move Frazier over. Instead, I think he's going to hit into a double play. 6-4-3. Pittsburgh still blank through 4. As Musgrove at 73 pitches. Facing the pitcher Flaherty, who can hit a little bit. Those aren't terrible numbers. And he'll roll that to second to Newman for the first out of the inning. Top of the order now, Tommy Edman, who replaced the injured Colton Wong earlier in the game. Wong got hurt sliding into second on a double. that led to the home run for the first runs of the game. Edman will fly out to Reynolds in left. And Carpenter, first pitch swinging against Musgrove. Hit to second. And 1, 2, 3, go the Cardinals as the Pirates bats. They got to start waking up here. Got to get the offense going. The offense, a lack of offense was certainly a big issue why this team couldn't go all the way last year. And some rain coming in. Still raining. Okay, there was a rain delay. So we may have to consider getting somebody warmed up here, because that was a 50-minute rain delay. Musgrove was already he's at 80 pitches. I didn't realize it was raining. Wow, what should we do here? I think we are going to have to probably go for, first game of the year. Arms are still kind of getting loose. I think we're going to have to get Brubaker warmed up here. They're going to leave Flaherty in, which is a little surprising. I think a little risky. Okay, they're already ready. Okay, that's interesting. I don't really have done a rain delay, at least not in 21, so I'm kind of trying to figure all this out here. But yeah, that's going to be it for Joe Musgrove. We're just not going to risk it. So we'll pitch hit for him here when it's his turn to bat. Stallings will fly out to right for the first out post rain delay. So we'll go ahead and get, I guess we can, I don't know if we can sit him down if he'll be tired or what. I don't know exactly how to navigate this, and I don't want to try to deal with it too much here for you guys. As Hamilton will strike out, so we'll go ahead and get a pinch hitter going here. Who should we go with? We're going to go with, do you want a burner outfielder? That was the question on Martin, although Moran's our only backup first baseman. We're going to go ahead and go with Colin Moran to replace Musgrove. They will be done after, would be 5 innings officially. The 2 runs allowed on the home run, as Moran will strike out. And we will put in JT Brubaker, who was not as successful last season, but hopefully having a better year, and he'll face Paul Goldschmidt. So definitely facing the meat of the lineup to start. A little concerning, no doubt about that. As Goldschmidt going to pop up to Bell, will call up Brubaker. Cool little animation there. Get the first out. Facing Aquino, first pitch swinging. He's 0 for 2. And that one hit hard to center field. Hamilton looks like he's going to be under it. He'll call off Frazier in right. And 4 pitches in, facing Brad Miller, 0-1 count. And got the shift on Tucker. Makes the play. And Brubaker goes 1-2-3 to retire the Cardinals. We're going bottom 6. Again, these bats certainly have to wake up. Okay, so they're going to put in Workman. So just had Flaherty to finish out the inning. The smart conservative play to start the season. Don't want to risk injury coming off spring training where these guys weren't getting a full amount of work, as Tucker will strike out to start. 0-2 to Hayes. Really quiet here for the Pirates, as Hayes will look at strike 3. Facing Reynolds now, a full count. He's worked the count pretty hard today, and he'll strike out. So back-to-back full counts for Reynolds, but strikeouts on both of them. We'll leave Brubaker in, only threw 6 pitches that inning, so we'll roll the dice here against Bader. He strikes out, but Bader's made 2 amazing plays defensively today, so even if he's doing nothing with a bat, hard to get too mad at his performance. As DeYoung will go in the center, that'll get down for a single. Facing Molina. 3-0. He's going to walk him on 4 pitches. And we're going to have to start getting somebody warmed up here. We'll get a righty and lefty going, see what we want to do whenever guys get ready. But we don't want to put Seadrill in this leverage situation to start, so we'll get Cricky going. We're just going to pitch. 3-1 Brubaker. It's going to swing on it. On 3-1. That should be caught. Will it advance the runner? Probably will. And it will. So move the runner over on the corners with 2 away. Don't want to face Carpenter here. Let's see. He's got a bad eye. How good is Brubaker's control? It's a 50. I don't know if we want to pitch around here. Probably not with Carpenter up. We're just going to have to probably pitch to him and hope Brubaker can get out of the jam. If not, that might be enough based on all your offense is just doing nothing today. And that one is going to hurt, as Brubaker is going to give up the home run to right field. And the Pirates are now down 5. And yeah, that's going to be it, I think, for Brubaker. We'll see if he can get the out, just so we don't have to burn another pitcher, because it is 5-0. If he can't get the out here, then we'll certainly pull him. Garrett and Crick here are still warming up, so that one hurts. That one's probably going to kill the chances of a rally, and Carpenter's going to add on to the wall for a double, and yeah, that's going to close the book on Brubaker. Maybe I should have taken him out. Yeah, some boo birds That's a bad way to start opening day. So Goldschmidt better versus righties or lefties. A little better versus lefties. So we'll bring in the righty Kyle Crick. And we'll keep Garrett up for a moment at least. 2-2 to Goldie. And he'll strike out. But the Cardinals, all their runs have come off of homers today. Feels like a bit of a video game. And it's 5-0. The bad guys. As Frazier, okay, sit down Garrett. As Frazier will lead things off against Kim. 1-1 count. Just get a run today. You can't get shut out on opening day at home, you know. As Molina going to show that gold glove of his. Arm down to a 60, though. That's interesting. Josh Bell. See, 1 for 2, 1 for 3 so far to start the day. In the hole, 1-2. Poke that to center. I think Bader's going to make that play based on the plays he's been making today. He'll do that without much effort. And Kevin Newman now with a pretty decent matchup. 2-2 count as Knight falls at 4:19. A classic time for Knight. And we'll go top 8. Still down 5-0. Just opening day, though. Long season. That's why they play 162 games, right? Cricky gets the strikeout there on a full count. Facing Miller, 1-0. Maybe get a rally. I've seen these comes back happen before. Can't count it out. As Frazier make the catch in center right. And now facing Harrison Bader. 2-1 count. Oh, hit him. And that one's not ideal. Should we get someone moving around just in case? Go ahead and get a lefty and a righty going. Just again, not really sure what we're going to end up facing. Good time for maybe Seadrill and get his first work in. He'll probably come in next inning. And they're going to run on him. And Stallings took way too long there. And Bader just doing it all today. Harrison Bader, a thorn in our side. To Young, what do you want to do? We'll just pitch to him. I think about pitching around him. And that one should be playable and caught by Reynolds in left. And so it'll be 5-0. Pirates have 6 more outs to try to make it work. We'll get that'll close the book on Cricky. We'll get Seadrill up for his major league debut, down 5-0. Pretty low leverage situation. Family here at PNC Park, I'm sure, so good chance for him to get some work in a low leverage situation. There's Jacob Stallings, 1-1. That one hit well. Does that one have a chance to get out? Maybe? No. Looks like the right fielder has it. I misjudged it. I'm a little rusty. Haven't played a game in a while. Hamilton now in center. It's full count. Trying to work a walk. He'll strike out instead. And we'll get Jason Martin up here against Kim for his first at bat of the year. I should probably get Seadrill warmed up. That'd be a good idea, I think. Oh yeah, he's cold. That was a miscalculation on my part. 1-2 to Martin. Hopefully he gets on base. And I don't think he will. And that should be caught out in second. And Seadrill's ready. Okay, so that's good. He got ready. He's amped up here for his debut. And so he'll have to face bottom of the order. So again, relatively low leverage all around, but you know, we'll see what happens. As this game probably over, obviously down 5-0 with 3 outs for us to go. As Seadrill is his first at bat, we'll get the strikeout on Yadier Molina. So we can say the first batter he ever faced, Yadier Molina, future Hall of Famer, he struck out. Now let's see what he can do against Dexter Fowler. First pitch swinging is Fowler to third. Gibran Hayes has it, shows off that arm to Bell to first, and he'll face Tommy Edman, hopefully to get the final out and go 1-2-3. He won't, as Edman will hit that in front of Hamilton into center field to bring up Matt Carpenter. Full count to the veteran, and jammed him. That was probably ball 4. Seadrill hustling over. He'll make the play. Nice stretch by Bell at first to get the out, and we'll go bottom 9 with Tucker, Hayes, and Reynolds. Trying to get a little measure, just trying to get a run. I just want to run right now. I don't want to get skunked on opening day, as it's not looking too good. As Tucker, tough day for him. The error, not doing well at the plate though. No Pirate today is doing well at the plate. Gibran Hayes, 1-0. Hit the liner to short, and the last out, last chance here is Brian Reynolds. Full count. It's been full count all day for Brian Reynolds. Set strikeouts. He walks there. So 2 walks a day for Reynolds. That's been about as closest thing we have to resembling offense today, unfortunately. As Adam Frazier now try to get things going. 1-1. That one hit hard over the left fielder's head to the wall. Should we send Reynolds? I hope it goes. I don't think it's going to be enough to bring him in. Nope, it's not. So a chance to get some runs here for Josh Bell, looking for his first RBIs of the year, and hopefully what becomes a bounce back 2021. 0-2 count, though. That's not going to help, as Bell is going to look at strike 3, and the Pirates get shut out on opening day 5-0. Let me save the game. We'll take a look at the box score and wrap up the video. Alright, checking out the box score from opening day. Just no offense. 4 hits. 5 runs off the 2 home runs that St. Louis had. Pirates had an error. That was Cole Tucker on the first batter of the game, I believe, remembering things correctly. And, yeah, just got to have the offense today. Just not there. We had the bases loaded. The pitcher came up with Musgrove, and that thwarted an attempt of trying to get some runs early in the game that would have given us the lead. And then Carpenter and Edman hit 2- and 3-run bombs, respectively. For the hits today, just 4. Adam Frazier goes 2 for 4, Bell 1 for 4, and Jacob Stallings 1 for 3. Brian Reynolds did draw 2 walks, and Hamilton a walk, and that was about it for the offense. 9 strikeouts across the board. Pitchers, Musgrove did well. Again, that rain delay certainly didn't do him any favors. Could have gone a lot further than that, but both teams had to have the same approach of their starting pitchers. Only go 5 innings and throw a relatively low pitch count, but for first start of the year, you know what, that might work out in our favor ultimately. Brubaker got tagged for the home run, and as did Musgrove, and Crick and Seadrill with a clean sheet, as their bullpen did work. Only allowed 1 hit over 4 innings, struck out 6, and only walked 1. So that'll be the video. We'll check out what is Colton Wong's injury, by the way. Diagnosis pending, so hopefully Colton Wong's going to be okay. We don't want to see anyone get hurt here. And so that will be our video. We'll come back here probably for the start of May, give a quick check-in on the Pirates and see how things are going about a little more than a month into the season. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.